Okay, good morning and welcome. So in this tutorial, I want to teach you how to make a proper female senator outfit. Now, even though we are making a senator outfit for a lady, it's still the same process or procedures that we are going to undergo in making a male outfit. But this video is solely for female illustration. So I will explain everything in details and then you ask your questions where needed. So the first thing you will do is to always fold your fabric. So this folding came from your customer's bust measurements, right? Now the customer bust measurement I have is 38. Bear in mind, for the male, it's called chest, but for female, it's called bust, right? So because we are making a female senator, that's why we are going to use female 10 to explain it. So for the female chest region is called bust. That's B-U-S-T. Now, this bust measurement is what we have, and the measurement we had there is 38 for the bust. Then shoulder, we have 16. Shoulder, you have 16. Sleeve length, we're going to make this to be a 3/4 sleeve. So sleeve length, we have 13 inches for sleeve length. Okay, sorry, the sleeve length, we have 16 as well for a 3/4. Then the neck is also 16, right? The top length is 30. So this is just like a coincidence of values. So you don't really take it personal. Now, for the measurements I have explained, these are the areas you need. So the first thing you will do is to mark out your baseline. You mark out your baseline. So this baseline you're marking out will help you to have a right base when you want to put your measurements. After that, you now mark 4 inches here. Now the 4 inches you are marking is for the hemming or the folding of the top. It is not part of the top length, right? Fine. So the least you can use here is 3 inches. The least you can use 3 inches, but the maximum is 4. So you mark 4 inches this way, just like this. You mark 4 inches. So once you have marked 4 inches, the next you will do now will be to connect the line all through this way. You connect the line all through this way, and you have your 4 inches properly marked out. After the 4 inches, the next you will do is to put your top length of the customer. So the woman's top length we have is 30, right? So from here, you place 30 inches for the top length of your client, 30 inches. So once you have marked that 30 inches this way, then you mark in this form, then mark it twice. So you have a straight line on the shoulder. Mark it twice. So you mark 30 this way as well. So you have the perfect top length marking. After which you mark the line. So here becomes your shoulder line. Here becomes your shoulder line. So you now focus on this region. Ignore this area and ignore this area. Focus on this panel now. So after this top length, the next you get is armhole. Now, female armhole, they have a formula of getting armhole. They have two formulas. Number one formula is shoulder over 2. You get a female armhole. The number 2 method is the bust over 6 plus 1.5. Now let's check the both values if it gives us something similar. Now for the bust over 6, let me get my calculator. For the bust over 6, we are going to have 38 divided by 6 gave me 6.33 plus 1.5 will give me 7.8, roughly 8. You get? That's the formula to get female armhole. The first formula is chest, the bust, you divide by 6 plus 1.5. That's the standard formula for armhole for female. The next formula is shoulder over 2 for the armhole of a female, right? Fine. So these two values now, the first one is 38 divided by 6 gave me 6.33. Then plus 1.5 gave me 7.8, roughly 8. You get? Fine, I have cross-checked the one is 8. Now, second one I will check is shoulder over 2. So the shoulder is 16, divided by 2 is 8. So the both of them are in agreement that the armhole is 8. Do you understand? Fine. Then after which, then from here, you come down and mark 8 inches. That's for your armhole of your customer, 8 inches. Then you connect in this form. Now, in female measurement, there is what they call shoulder to bust, right? Shoulder to nipple or shoulder to bust. So now the woman's shoulder to bust she gave me was 10. Her shoulder to nipple is 10. Her shoulder to where her bust ended is 10 inches. So from here, I will mark 10 inches. That her shoulder to nipple is 10, right? Now that's what they call shoulder to shape. That shoulder to navel or waist, right? So that is 16 for most ladies. So I will use 16 and a half for her, right? So you mark her shoulder to shape or her shoulder to navel. So you mark 16 and a half. That's for a standard female senator. Then draw out the lines as shown. So you have the lines coming in this form. You have the lines coming in out in this form as well. So now, if go ahead.
How do you get that shoulder to?
It was measured. It was measured just from her shoulder point to her nipple like this. To her breast is called shoulder to nipple. That's she gave me 10, which was written in the measurement she gave me. Right. So the shoulder to shape is for her navel. Her shoulder to her navel here is called 17. Though you will see it when we proceed. Now, when you have gotten to this stage, now the next you do is to apply her bust measurement on the bust point. Now, her bust is 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. So here you mark 9.5. You're marking this form. After this, you now add extra either 2 inches or 1.5. It's your choice. I'm using 1.5 for my customer. Then, convention will tell you that once your customer does not have a protruding stomach, that's afoya ebu hibu, does not have a protruding stomach, you are going to reduce whatever value you have on the bust as against the shape. So it will give a kind of a fitting effect on the navel area. So the total value I have here is 9.5. I will decide to remove 1 inch on the navel and mark at 8.5 or 9, just to give it shape or fitting effect on the navel. She does not have a protruding stomach. Her belly is around 33, 34. Her waist, her belly, right? So I'll just say, let's mark at 8.75. 8.75 here. Go ahead.
Did you measure her round?
Yes. She gave me the measurements.
So is it the round tummy measurement that you are placing?
I'm not placing the fitted round measurement. I'm placing kind of a bit free measurement on the navel region. Now, because you know that this cloth does not have zip, right? So you're not going to apply the fitted exact measurement just to reduce the value of the bust a little bit on the navel to give you that fitting of the female curve that should be seen on the sides. Except when the customer has a protruding stomach, you now use the same value on the bust and go straight. Female senators should not go straight as the men, except she has a protruding stomach. You get? But if she has a flat tummy Jesus, you make it to go in a little bit to give her shape or fitting, just to give you that feminine nature now. You get? Fine. So I decided to just remove. Here gave me 9.5. That's the 38 bust. I decided to just remove 3/4. I marked at 8.75, which is a way bigger than her real shape she gave me, not her real shape here, right? And then still mark your 1.5 inch here, this way. Now, the next you will do is to indicate your slit opening. Your slit, that's the opening on the side of the senator outfit, the slit opening. Now, that slit opening from the 4 inches you marked is always 5 to 6 inches for female. So I will do it 6 inches. From here, come up by 6 inches. From the 4 inches point, come up by 6 inches. Mark here. So at this point, you now mark her hip measurement. So the hip measurement I have is 41. Divide by 4, that's 10 1/4, right? 10 1/4. So here I mark 10 1/4 this way. And then I mark extra 1.5 as well, so that I will know how the cloth will be opened to accommodate her hip bulge. You know, the cloth is meant to rest on her hip at the back. So if you take it straight from here, it will tend to be tight on the down area. So when you consider the bust, the shape and the hip, and connect the lines, you're perfectly okay with the drafting. So at this point, you now start joining. Now, because of the fact I want to make us understand all I did, I will join the two lines. I will join this straight up to the armhole this way. I will join this as well from here to this point. And then I will join this as well for this point. So this is how you draft a standard female outfit, senator, so that it will give that female shape at the side. If it was a male, you wouldn't have seen this line here. The chest would have gone straight down because men do not have neat shape on their outfits, right? Fine. After this, the next you will do is your shoulder. So
Sorry.
go ahead.
Come again on this heel.
Hip part.
Yes.
Okay, fine. For you to know where this line will end, you have to come up by 6 inches here. Once it's a normal top length that does not go longer than the knee or lap level, right? From here, mark 6 inches high, and then you apply your hip measurements on that 6 inches point. Then the hip we had was 41. So divide by 4, we have, sorry about that. So I was saying that the hip point, come up by 6 inches here, then mark your hip measurement, which is 10, 41, 10, 1/4, right? Mark it this way. See, add your 1.5 inch extra for the normal allowance you have been adding all through this way, so that they will return a uniform mark. That's what I was trying to say on the hip region. So the hip will be marked on the opening end, where the slit opening ends. You mark the hip, so that the opening will rest on the hip region, and it will rest on the cloth without being too tight or being too free. So after this, the next you will do is you mark your shoulder. Now our shoulder we have is 16 inches shoulder. Now divide by 2, you have 8 for her value. Then add extra 1/2 inch you will use to join the sleeve of this outfit, to your clothes, right? It's fine. So it's now 8.5 here. Then when you are marking this 8.5, you have to slope your tape to go down by 2.5 inch this way. Now, for female senators, the slanting effect ranges from 2 inches to 3. You can put 2 inches, 2.5, or 3. So I'm using 2.5 for her, right? So that I will achieve a perfect fitting. Because the more you slant the outfit, the more it relaxes on the body. So from here, I will come down by 2.5 from here, and then I will mark my shoulder point this way. And after this, I will now mark 2.5 inch for the slope. So the least you can use is 2 inches for an adult lady or woman. So here you have 2 inches this way, and then you have your shoulder point in this form. So this cross-like effect or mark here is very important. It shows the intercept between your shoulder slant, your shoulder measurement, and your shoulder slope. After this, the next you will do is your neckline calculation. Now, for emphasis sake, the neckline measurement is being calculated as n/6 minus 0.3. The n there is a variable of your neck value. So whenever you measure your neck of your customer, divide it by 6 minus 0.3 from it. The answer you will get is for the Whitworth measurement. Then add half to that answer to get your depth. So the neck we had is a neckline of 16. So if you divide 16 by 6, you have 2.6666, right? If you divide 16 divided by 6, you have 2.6666. Then minus 0.3 will give you 2.36. So roughly 2.4. You get a bit lesser than 2.5 is what this value means. Less than 2.5. So here, you are going to mark less than 2.5 here. This is 2 inches and this is at 2.5. So you push your tape backwards and mark a little bit less than 2.5. Then you mark in this form. So let's say 2.4 here. And then add half to this to get your depth. So the depth will now be 2.9. You get fine. So here you mark 2.9 in this form. This way, less than 3 inches. Then you take your tape, your pattern master, extend this line to go straight just like this. It goes straight in this form, and then extend this one as well to come down straight as well. So once this line met each other this way, it forms an intercept, which is kind of angonite, right? Then take your pattern master as well and then lap it in a way that the edge of the pattern master laps on the side of this line, the neck width, and the depth laps on the depth of the neck depth as well. They make a curve. From here, it goes all through in this form. And after this, the next you will do now will be connect the neck edge to the center points of your slope and shoulder slants, right? Then connect in this form. It comes all through this way. After this now, the next you will do is to now do your armhole curve. Now, the best way for your armhole curve is to make sure that this line of your shoulder did not go straight down. You push your tape, your ruler, to come in by 1 inch or half an inch, just this way, and then it will be slanted in this form, connect and end on the armhole line, just like this. And after this, you now take your pattern master, place in a way that it will encroach this line that's slanted down, half an inch encroachment all through this way, to remove the possible rumples or squeeze that will appear on your armhole. So here, you hold it this way, and then make sure this is half an inch. From the line to the edge of the ruler is half an inch, right? So you hold it firmly in this form, and then you connect from here all through this way. So you have your armhole line properly connected. So this is how it looks like. So you are done with drafting a standard female senator outfit. Any question? Ask your question. When you have learned with this pattern and you notice that it will give you a perfect result, and this is the only way I think you have to do this. So if you have any question, I'll go ahead and cut. Or should I ask you? Should I ask?
So let me ask just
Go ahead.
I just want to
Be sure, yeah.
yeah. Is that you get this component?
Yeah, from the boss over 6 plus 1.5. It was for every female outfit. You know, formula for male armhole was by either measurement, shoulder over 2, quarter of top length, or by chest over 4, right? Which we learned yesterday, right? Fine. Now on female, now the standard armhole formula is bust over 6 plus 1.5. Okay, let's try your own. What measurement do you use for your armhole on your normal sewing? Your regular sewing, your normal fitted clothes you wear?
8 inches.
8 inches, fine. So how do you get 8 inches? Like
2 inches. Oh.
2 inches above the bust span. You do 2 inches above the bust span,
Yes.
right? Fine.
But the 8 inches is not standard.
It's not standard.
No.
So in some cases you change
Yes.
to
7.
Yes. Fine. Now, what's your bust measurement?
88.
38. Fine. Now open your phone or take this one. Give me a calculator. Divide your bust by 6. Then add 1.5 to it.
7.8.
It's fine. Roughly 8, right? Fine. What's your shoulder measurement?
17.
17 on the normal, right? Or is it loose or fitted?
Okay, sometimes I use, it depends. If I'm making a corset, I use 8.
Use
if I'm
8.
making a
Normal
shirt,
gown,
I
use 17.
7.
So let's say 8. Let's say 16 is your
16.
normal shoulder. So divide by 2.
It's
It's still 8. So now your armhole is 8. Now the formula can come by either measuring your armhole, either from your bust over 6 plus 1.5, either from your shoulder over 2. So when you try those two methods, the values will be close. Like this other one gave us 7.8, right? Which is almost 8. Why your shoulder over 2 can still give us 7 point something or 8.25 for 17 or thereabout. So your armhole is 8. Do you get? So any person you want to get her armhole, divide her bust by 6 plus 1.5. So if you try that one, you keep the value and cross-check from her shoulder to be sure. Now, in some cases, when you happen to meet extra busty ladies, it won't work for them.
Yes.
So you now have to improvise by using the shoulder over 2. That is when it now works very well for them. So that's why we have a couple of formulas that we can, maneuver or play with. So to know the best answer. So you and I know that for this woman now that has a bust of 38, her armhole should not be more than 8 range.
Yes.
So if you go below 8, it will be big for her. But someone that has a bust of 40, for example, divide 40 by 6, you see that the value will be more than 8 plus the 1.5. So this is the standard formulas that is out there. Do you get? I do not fix it. I'm not the one that formed it. I made research. I got the formula. I cross-checked it. It's working. Do you get? So this formula I'm giving you is like the expo to most of the things I do. So let's now cut this and then we'll cut the back.